In this problem, we need to write a method called equals to, and it's going to accept a second list as its parameter and return true if both lists are equal. Pretty simple. So let's code this out. It's going to be inside of this public class linked int list. We're going to call it public, and then it's going to be returning a boolean, a true or false. That's called equals to, and it takes a new list as its parameter. So that's going to be a linked int list, and we're going to call this list2. So list2, and then we're going to have a list1 as well. I'm actually going to call this list we're passing in right here, so I can make another private variable in here that's going to be for the list node. First, we need a list node for the first list, which is going to be this one here. We're going to call this list1, and I'm going to set our list node equal to this dot front, getting that front value from that. And then we're also going to set a new list node for list2. And we're going to set it equal to not this dot front, or we don't want to set it equal to this again. We want to just set it equal to list dot front. So we're going to get to the front of our list that is passed in. We're going to do our check in a while loop. We need to do this because we need to examine every element in our list. So while our list1 does not equal to null, or our list2 does not equal to null, we are going to be inside of here. Now, if either of these are null, we're going to want to increment through this. So eventually, we're going to set our list1, the current value here, equal to list1.next. And then we're also going to set our list2 equal to list2.next. And that way we can just move the pointer. So currently, the pointer will be pointing here, and then here as well. If these are the same, it's going to go to the next one, here and here. None of these are equal to null. However, when we go to this next one, we're going to see that this is equal to null. These are not even. We can say if one list ends before the other list, it's going to return false. So let's do that in here. If our list1 is equal to null, meaning it ends first, we return false. Otherwise, else if our list2 is equal to null, then we're also going to return false. Now you might be asking yourself, okay, well, what if they end at the same time at null? So let's say this was 3, and we go to here, which is our null as well. Well, we would run through here, we would see that these are equal, so we go to the next value. We have to run this while list1 does not equal to null, meaning this can't equal to null, and this can't equal to null, because it's an OR. One of these has to be a value, and since they're both like that, it'll just come out of our while loop, and outside of the while loop, it's going to just return true, because we're going to assume that if we haven't done any operation in this while loop, we're done, it's true, everything matches. We have these two scenarios, but we also need to check if our two values are not equal to each other. So else, and then we'll do an else if here actually. We'll do else if our list1.data does not equal to list2.data. That means they're not the same, and we're just going to return false. You guessed it. Otherwise, we can do this operation. So we'll say else, and then we'll do our list1 is equal to list1.next, as well as our list2 is equal to list2.next. And so that'll just keep going through our while loop while we examine these, breaking out only if it is true. That'll pass 6 out of 6 tests. Hopefully that helped you understand this problem. That's 16.15 equals. If you want more practice exercises, check that playlist link below the like button.